So welcome again to this second segment of the video. It's a continuation from the last one, and we were talking about differences that are between an online degree and a MOOC-based degree. So we had talked about a few of those differences, and I want to keep going right from where we left off. So now it will be easier for you to apply for a MOOC course compared to an online degree, which often requires you to submit a full application and take proficiency tests such as IELTS or degree or master level courses for master level courses. Now, what this tells us is the the process for applying for a MOOC course is way easier and much more relaxed than compared to an online degree. So some online degrees would require you to have these English tests and for master's level courses, but you wouldn't require this for most MOOC based degree programs. Now, moving on, online degrees by universities are often subject to traditional admission processes too. MOOC admission processes tend to be faster. Now, there is more screening, and you should remember that I already mentioned this before. That the fact that you're taking your degree online doesn't make it any less or than what you actually get in an in-person university. So of course the admission process would be the same as your eligibility, and the admission process would be pretty much the same. So yeah, that's what it is. But then when you go to MOOC courses, though, they tend to be more accommodating in a way that you actually have your admission process speedily, and then you are good to go. So if you want to kind of summarize what I'm saying here is that the MOOC based degree programs are more they make you to be uh, in the position of power where you can actually not only get into the program or get your admission easily. You can also actually shape how you want your degree to play out what you want to study. You can actually, as I said, pile up courses that will eventually give you the required credit for your degree. So MOOC courses actually make you to in that position where you are the one making decisions that would actually end up with you acquiring your degree. And you should also remember, in the last video we had said that even if you give up, if you are taking a MOOC based degree and you for some reason give up at some point, and then you can still get certification for the courses that you completed. So yeah, right there. So you see, it stands out as an advantage. Whereas in online, in an online based degree, you might not get any kind of certificates for courses you took if you give up at some point, if you abandon your program at some point. So, well, we're still talking about differences. So this is coming up. And then an online degree gives you greater access to professors. In most free MOOC, your grades come from either automatically graded assessment or peer-to-peer reviews from other students. So as I had mentioned before, a lot of the MOOC courses and the programs are automated. So the assignments, the scores, the grades you get are mostly automated. But in an online degree program, though, you actually have real access to professors. You can, you there also have like platforms where you can interact with them. You could use chat groups, and sometimes you can directly contact your professors through calling or emails. So online degrees gives you greater access to professors, unlike in the MOOC free courses. So you may get a thoughtful comment from a classmate who cares, offering an honest opinion that can help you improve your understanding of the subject. Or you may get a single sentence in a foreign language or translate it into English through the internet. So, for the fact that you are in an online class, of course, you have other students who are in the same course with you. That will give you the opportunity to have people comment on your work and criticize or praise it, so you can know how well you're doing and what you need to fix if something was broken. Now, in contrast, in a structured online degree program, your assignments are usually graded by a professor. So, in an online degree program, your assignments are usually graded by a professor who has experience and knowledge in the field. You receive tailored feedback and possible ways to improve your work. Though you may sometimes have never pe- oh sorry though you may sometimes also have peer-to-peer reviews in an online degree program, that feedback comes from like-minded students with similar aspirations and academic backgrounds. So, right, this is a clear difference between MOOC courses and online degree programs, which tell you that you actually have interaction with a real professor who is, of course, experienced in what he in what you're doing, so they can give you professional feedback, and also you can also get peer-to-peer reviews. So, let's move on with more differences. An online degree often requires group work. In MOOCs, there is no teamwork involved in courses, and each assignment is either an essay or a quiz. This approach is different from a real corporate world where you will likely work in teams regularly. So, right, guys, this you must realize that I have also said it that um, you know, the massive open online courses also have their own, you know, they also have their own low points that that some people can actually say it and convincingly say it. But I want to say that that doesn't cut you out. That doesn't give any reason to feel that you would just be out here to waste your time. There, as I said, there are setbacks in some of these, but and everything cannot be perfect. So all you need to do is get what you get from it and make it work in your advantage. So as you can see, online degree programs often requires group work. They have group works there. They have you're paired up in groups and you work online with each other, and then you come up with you resolve tasks and projects. But in massive open online courses, there's no teamwork. As I mentioned earlier, it is more of an individual thing, and so you get your assignments in the forms of essay or quizzes. So the critic from this is that this approach is different from the real corporate world, because in the real corporate world you would regularly work with teams and so on. Okay, then let's move on. Some tasks are just too complex for a single individual to tackle. So, group assignments in an online program are designed to prepare students for teamwork in a corporate setting. So, some assignments are really complex for students, for an individual to tackle. That's true. You need sometimes, as we all know it, two heads are better than one, and of course, three should be better than two. So, the more heads we have on a task, the better the task can be resolved and more efficiently. So, right, this is a kind of low side of the MOOCs, but let's move on. Now, prospective students should expect to invest more in an online degree. Top educational institutions offer high quality classes, no matter whether they are on campus or online. By enrolling in an online program, a student should expect to invest significant time and effort into earning a well respected credential. So this is just reconfirming what I had said earlier, that The fact that it is online doesn't mean that it is any less than in an on-campus degree program. So, but some MOOCs offer statements of accomplishment and certificates of completion, depending on whether it is a free or paid course. But it may take a long time for major national employer to take those certificates as seriously as degrees. So as you see, MOOCs offer, kind of it gives you a kind of step-by-step accomplishment, and that is rewarded by certificates of completion upon what you completed. And then upon finishing the whole thing, the whole course, you can actually get your degree. But right here at the last sentence of this slide, it says, uh, it may take a long time for major national employers to take those certificates as seriously as degrees. So now, it's a matter of time. I think, employers tend to be a little picky. They tend to be picky when it comes to, especially when there is competition, when there is competition between, how your degrees were obtained. So, someone who actually studied has a MOOC based degree could be at a disadvantage from someone who actually had an on campus degree. Whatever the case is, as I said, it is still good, and it is not a 100% situation. This is a probable situation that can arise, but then it doesn't, there shouldn't be any excuse for not taking on your courses on MOOCs and online. Now let's move on. An online degree allows for more interaction with classmates. We already saw this point. Sharing experiences may come more naturally to a closed group of people when there are hundreds, if not just dozens, of students in an online degree program. Of course, students get to know their peers on a personal level. Now, in an online forum, you can actually create, you can make friends, you can know people on a personal level because you are already connected online. So it is as good as you are connected in person. It's just the fact that you have a computer screen that's standing between you guys, so you can still get to know your classmates or the other students at a personal level, which would obviously could be beneficial for your program. Could be beneficial for your program, could be beneficial for your future. Now, let me just say a little bit more about this fact. Now, we have this. Every university has an alumni group where you actually can interact with uh, formal students from that university, and those relationships go a long way to even when they are actually in the working force. And those relationships can be beneficial. There are always things that can be beneficial as we live on and as we grow older. So developing relationships in online degree situation is a good thing, and it can be beneficial to the learners at some point, in their life, or it could be beneficial uh, for their own career improvement. Because as I said, when you there is interaction, there is knowledge goes around, ideas go around, and then it's all a win-win for everyone. Now, in um, in the MOOCs case, of course, you already know that there is no interaction. There are no groups. The tasks are completed by yourself, and you are just a one man soldier. And then it's all up to you. You could have a case. You could have a situation where your professor or your like your your yeah, your lecturer could be of help, but that's pretty much what you get. Now let's move on. You complete different modules together and learn about the various aspects of each other's industries. This continuous communication may give you a clearer picture of your peers' jobs and provide a different dimension to the subject. Okay, so then let's keep it going. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. So this was the last slide from my presentation today, which was about the differences between online degree programs and um MOOCs courses. So I want to run this. I want to run this. I want to run it back so we get an understanding of this whole presentation, because in the next video we would be covering something else. So this would be a kind of closure for this full a massive online open courses. So again, when we started off, we went on to talk about what they are, what massive open online courses are, and we talked about the different platforms that are these courses are being offered at. And by the way, you should remember that these courses are offered by universities, renowned universities. They offer these courses, and then they are provided to learners through the platforms that you already know, which are again Coursera, uh, uh, edX, uh, Future Learn, and also Udacity. These four, not only four, but these major four, are the main platforms that these massive open online courses are provided through. And then you should also um, remember that most of these courses are free. Most of them are free, and then however some you need to pay for some, especially those that would earn you a degree at the end of it, or would earn you certification at the end of it. So this was the introduction of what MOOCs are. We talked about this, and these are the four different platforms where you can actually access your MOOCs courses. And then this was Coursera, which we talked about. It's how it was founded and when it was founded and by whom and how it works. And then edX too. edX also is an American open massive online course, and it's provided and created by Harvard and MIT. So you would get a lot of information related to IT, information technology, from here. And it doesn't end there. You can get a lot of courses that generally deals with everything from here. Then we went on to Future Learn, which is Future Learn, which is also another platform, and um, from the actually it includes learning platform, and also June 2020, 175 UK and international partners were joined to Future Learn. And then we had the last one, Udacity, which is also an American, but this one is for-profit organization, so which means that a lot of their courses would be paid for, and they would be more they would be courses that would eventually earn you a degree or certification in them. So these were the major three. This was the major four, which we talked about in the previous video, and I hope you at least check them out to see what you can get. And guys, so now this is how beneficial MOOCs are. Let me make it as easy as you can get. Now, you can actually be thinking about becoming, for example, you can be thinking about becoming, let me go back to nursing, since I already mentioned that in the previous videos. You can be actually thinking of pursuing a career in nursing. Then you go on MOOCs and you click on it, and you get these lots and lots of courses that are related to nursing, and then you keep taking these courses and taking these courses and getting certifications for them, and you keep going. In most universities offering nursing courses, you need to take prerequisites before you actually get enrolled into the program. So some of the courses you take from MOOCs could actually replace your prerequisites based on the university or where you want to pursue your nursing career. They could validate some of the courses you took on the massive open online courses to be replacing your prerequisites, and that would be a good thing for you. So the point of what I'm saying is there is just a lot you can get yourself into once you have decided your career. Then you can get all that information on and all that education you need for pursuing that career from here. And the best part, most of it is free. So you can go ahead and make a list of courses you want to study before you actually enroll in your program. And then you go ahead and do them for free. And the courses that I offer, the MOOCs, are mostly not too long. Most of them are short. It takes a short time to finish it, and maybe awarded a certificate of completion from it. So you can get all these piled up, and they would only do good for your career in the future. They would do good for your career. They would do good for your education. So anyway, going back to our review of what we have done so far. So we had Udacity, and then who's benefiting from MOOCs, which we said career builders benefit most. People that would be wanting to re-educate themselves in order to improve their work, in order to improve how they do their job, so they could they benefit from MOOCs. And also people that are actually in trying to just improve themselves, improve themselves. They are in MOOCs. You can find courses that teach about leadership, courses that teach about health, courses that teach about behavioral patterns. All that are things that you can learn, and then they would generally improve your person, and that would obviously uh, improve who you are as a person and how you relate to others, how you get along with people, and that generally also works well with you, especially when you are in a job situation. So then, what are the advantages of MOOCs? As I said, I would want you to talk about this. I would have you think about this and give me a feedback on it. What you think are the advantages of MOOCs? So, but here, the most outstanding advantage that I picked out and to tell you about it is the fact that it is flexible. Flexibility is everything. Once it is flexible, then there is no excuse to not be taking courses. So it is flexible. You do most courses at your own pace, and you also, you don't have to be under any pressure of anything, which is actually a little. This is different from online degree programs. In online degree programs, there are deadlines, there are time frames, there are tasks to be completed within a given amount of time. So they are more intense. They are more focused and strict. So in MOOCs, though, you have the flexibility to pursue things at your own pace. And then now, this was about free, with courses being free. As I said, for the most part, courses offered in MOOCs are free. However, you have to pay for degree awarded programs, and also for for some courses based on uh, the course provider, what they what they put out there to come with the course. Yeah, but as I said, for the most part, most of them are free. You don't have to actually pay a fee for taking most courses on MOOCs. And then moving on and then lastly, this was the last part of it. We talked about differences between MOOCs and online degree programs. So um, to start off, we said it was accessible to everyone. MOOCs are accessible to everyone, and the application process is made easy. but online courses application procedures can be a little bit more difficult, and some even require you to get some kind of English certification, such as the IELTS or um, TOEFL and so on. So some are a little different. So and then we went here to basically say MOOCs attract so many students with vigorous goals. It can be more difficult to build relationships than in online degree programs. So we went on and we talked about these differences that come with online degree programs and MOOC uh, based programs. So guys, this would be it for this segment of the video, and as I said, we would be moving to something else, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Thanks for today, and see you in the next video.